I'm Eloise Helena, and I'm a student at Rio de Janeiro State University Law School. Today, we will talk about the first case judged by the Permanent Court of International Justice. It was the SS Wimbledon, and it took place in 1923. The parties were Great Britain, France, Italy, and Japan as applicants. The respondent was Germany, and Poland entered later as an intervener. We will first talk a little bit about the facts, and then we will get into the decision. Well, the British steamship Wimbledon, time chartered by the French armament firm Les Affrétés Réunis, was proceeding to the Polish naval base at Danzig with a cargo of 4,000 tons of military material. On the morning of March 21st of 1921, the access and free passage through the Kiel Canal was refused by the German authorities. The refusal was based upon the neutrality orders issued by Germany in connection with the Russo-Polish War. The French ambassador at Berlin requested the German government to withdraw this prohibition and to allow the SS Wimbledon to pass through the Kiel Canal in conformity with Article 380 of the Treaty of Versailles. This article says that the Kiel Canal and its approaches shall be maintained free and open to the vessels of commerce and of war of all nations at peace with Germany on terms of entire equality. Some days later, on March 26th, a reply was given by the German government saying that they were unable to allow a vessel which had on board a cargo of munitions and artillery stores consigned to the Polish military mission at Danzig to pass through the canal, because the German neutrality order prohibited the transit of cargoes of this kind destined for Poland or Russia, and Article 380 of the Treaty of Versailles was not an obstacle to the application of these orders to the Kiel Canal. On the evening of March 30th, the Société des Affrétés Réunis telegraphed to the captain of the SS Wimbledon ordering him to continue his voyage, now by the Danish Straits. The Wimbledon incident gave rise to active negotiations between the Conference of Ambassadors and the Berlin government. However, no result was achieved. Well, with the question unsolved, the parties already mentioned instituted an application to the Permanent Court of International Justice. The applicants demanded that the refuse by German authorities over the free access to the Kiel Canal of steamship Wimbledon be considered wrong, and that the German government should make reparation for the loss incurred by the aforementioned vessel in consequence of this action. Well, now let's talk a little bit of the decision. The court decided that the SS Wimbledon should have enjoyed the right of free passage through the Kiel Canal, based on the Article 380 of the Treaty of Versailles. It follows that the canal has ceased to be an internal and national navigable waterway, and it has become an international waterway, intended to provide under treaty guarantee easier access to the Baltic for the benefit of all nations of the world. Under its new regime, the Kiel Canal must be open on a footing of equality to all vessels without making any distinction between war vessels and vessels of commerce, but on one express condition, that these vessels must belong to nations at peace with Germany. The court recognized that the convention creating an obligation of this kind places a restriction upon the exercise of the sovereign rights of the state. However, the right of entering into international engagements is an attribute of state sovereignty. Therefore, after entering an international agreement, the German neutrality orders clearly could not apply to the passage through the canal, because it was issued by an individual state, and it could not prevail over the provision of the Treaty of Peace. So, if the Wimbledon, making use of the permission granted by the Article 380 had passed through the Kiel Canal, the Germanic neutrality would have remained intact and irreproachable. Germany would only be respecting the contractual obligation which she entered into at Versailles. The court concluded that Germany wrongfully refused passage through the canal to the vessel Wimbledon, and that the country was responsible for the loss occasioned by this refusal. As a result, they should compensate the French government, acting on behalf of the company Les Affrétés Réunis, which sustained the loss. The sum was calculated in 140,749 francs and 35 centimes. This case is really important to settle in the court the doctrine that national laws are mere fact, and the international agreements and treaties always must prevail. Therefore, the disobedience to those obligations will result in international responsibility to the state. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Like it and subscribe to our channel. If you have any recommendation, let us know in the comments down below. See you next time.